Morning. This is a quick review on the Easy Pour replacement spout and vent kit. These are used to add a replacement spout to water tanks and gasoline tanks. They are, as it prominently says on here, actually it doesn't say it on here. In the instructions it says that you are not supposed to, this is only for gasoline tanks or gasoline cans made prior to 2009. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Basically they provide you with two sets of caps. One is for, I believe the black one is for pre-2009 gas caps, and the yellow one is for post-2009 water jugs. But it also works with the gas caps, the gas cans. I have used these on the newer cans. They mostly work as advertised. As you see here, they have a cap that can be come on, there you go, secured so that you don't lose it. One thing I didn't notice on this, and I don't know where you get it from, is you can actually cut this off here, and there's threads for a larger cap, but it doesn't come with that cap. I don't know if you have to order it later or what the deal is. I have used this one on a post-2009 gas can, and it worked okay. Some people have complained that they leak, and that's partly because if you read the instructions, I can't believe how many people on Amazon can't read instructions. If you read the instructions, you'll see that it says that you shouldn't, once you've put it on a gas can, you shouldn't remove it and replace it a lot. This gasket is designed to expand, and that's why if you look at some of the reviews on Amazon, people complain that the gasket fell apart. That's because they didn't read the instructions, and they probably for some reason did something that damaged the gasket. Although I can tell you that this one is 2 or 3 years old and it works fine. You can see by this black one that I used it on a Blitz can. Now, here are the things that I don't like about them, and this is going to ruffle the feathers of some people who bought these things because of why they didn't like the newfangled nanny state spouts. The new spouts were designed with several things in mind. Number one, to protect morons from being morons. Apparently some idiot out there did something in pouring gas from one of the old style gas cans and managed to set himself on fire or there was an explosion or something, and I don't know the exact details, but based on everything I read, the guy had to have done something really stupid, and he blamed the gas can. And so because of that, we have the modern garbage ones. Now, the modern ones were designed to prevent spillage. They have a positive spring retention device to prevent, so you have to actively open it to get the fuel out, whereas this one you just tip it and the fuel comes out. So it's supposed to prevent spilling. Also, it's supposed to prevent gas from just evaporating out into the environment, so that it's CARB compliant for California. And of course, the problem with all of those gas cans is that they break. They're difficult to use. You can't use them one-handed. You can't, blah, 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 blah. I know all the stuff. But the problem with these is, number one, they don't bend very easily. It's my understanding that I thought they were supposed to compress, but they don't. And one of the problems they have is if you're filling a gas can or a lawnmower or something, this one's black, so you can't see the gasoline coming through the unit. You can't tell when it's coming out, and you can't tell how much is in it when you're pouring, and you can't tell if you're tipping back when the gas has been shut off. So what'll happen is, because this is such a wide tube, you'll be dumping it into the gas can, and then you'll see that the gas can is starting to overflow. So you tip the gas can back, and as you do that, fuel still comes out, because this thing can hold like half to 3/4 of a cup of fuel in it. Now, if you compare that to the old style Blitz spout, see how bendy this is? It's really nice and flexible. And it's collapsible. You just push it into the can and pull it out. It makes a perfectly fine seal as long as you pull it out enough. And when you pour the gas, you can see it go through the tube. And this thing holds barely a half a cup, if that, of fuel. And so when you tip it back, there's not as much fuel that comes out the end if you're going to be overfilling. And then it has this wonderful ability that, you can just do this, and voila, you are CARB compliant. So I had this one, and like I said, I didn't like it because it wasn't see-through, and and it held too much gas. So I ordered this one because, looking at the pictures, all the pictures I ever saw of these, this tube looked translucent. Not transparent, translucent, but they're not. Every time I've ever seen them, they're white, but they're opaque. So this is going to have exactly the same problem that this one will have. It will spill because this holds too much gasoline. This shouldn't be any wider than this. I think they were being lazy. They should have made two different versions of these. They should have made a narrow one and a wide one, not a narrow and wide one together. The only other things I have to say about this is it's nice they come with an extra cap. They come with the vent. A lot of people bitch and complain that the vent can't be installed, and the way you install it is you drill a 1/2-inch hole. I did it on this one. Well, actually not on, yeah. No, actually this one came with it, but you can see they're the same. I have another one that I just modified. You drill a 1/2-inch hole, an exactly 1/2-inch hole, and it takes a little bit of force and effort, but you can get that in there. Really, I think it works best if you hit it with a rubber mallet. Just hold it very carefully and then whack it in with a rubber mallet. But yeah, otherwise, you know, they're okay. So that's it. Later.